Hey guys, what's up? Chris here from BeerGeekNation.com, and today we're looking at a beer I swore up and down I was not going to review this year, but here it is. The bottle kind of fell into my lap a little bit. This, from Bell's Brewing, is the 2015 batch of Hopslam, and I actually purchased this online at QualityLiquorStore.com, a California-based seller. This particular bottle was packaged on 1/9/15, so it's about 3 weeks old. You know, I the last couple years just haven't done it for me. This used to be one of my favorite beers. There were years where I'd go through cases of this stuff. Now it's just kind of like, if I get to try it, great. If not, oh well. There's just, to me, I think the hype, when this beer came out, the hype was deserved, but as it's kind of, you know, developed and so many other double IPAs and IPAs have come out, it's kind of lost a little bit. So with that said, I've heard this batch is pretty good, so let me get into a glass, let you guys know how it smells, tastes, and get a final verdict on the Bell's 2015 Hopslam. There we go, see the aroma on the Hopslam. Yeah, big peach, tangerine, orange, malty sweetness, tropical fruits, pineapple, lots of pineapple, a little bit of mango. Yeah, I get big peach and big pineapple. That's the really, I think, the allure of this beer, why people love it so much. It's just so sweet and tropical. All right, guys, so the taste on the Hopslam. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Yeah, it smells a lot better than it tastes. You know, there's a big pop of bitterness right at the front of the tongue. Then you get some mango, peach, a subtle kind of floral sweetness in there, some tropical juice in there. Middle of the mouth, though, is my big issue with this beer. It's very malty, and the hops drop off a lot. The malt actually starts to overwhelm the bitterness, overwhelm the hop bitterness, overwhelm the flavors. There's a weird astringent chalkiness that I got, I guess, 2 years ago that I'm getting in this batch as well. A little bit of oniony, a little bit of, again, a little bit of tropical fruits, lots of pineapple, peach, but the malt really starts to take over. Sweet aftertaste. In the aftertaste, again, kind of a generic underlying bitterness in the back of the throat, but that malty sweetness starts to take over. Almost a little bit of like a toffee, like a rye bread flavor in there as well. It's just, I mean, at 10%, you don't really taste the alcohol. You get maybe you get a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of warmth in there. It's just doesn't pop as much as I would like a double IPA to do. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the 2015 Bell's Hopslam 10%. Again, if you want to get it, you can get it at QualityLiquorStore.com. I think it's like a 1 or 2 bottle limit, but he still had it. So with that said, this one's getting a B. It's better than the 2013, which was just a terrible, terrible batch. 2014 was better. This one's about the same. My big issue with this beer, and I think it's a lupulin shift. It's a palate kind of evolution that is really affecting this beer for me, is that when I drink a double IPA now, and I think they've kind of gone this way, you know, the malt is there really just to complement the big hoppiness, maybe add a little bit of sweetness to it depending on the ABV. And I think with this beer, it's still almost too malty. I wish they would kind of dry it out a little bit, maybe amp up the dry hopping a little bit, you know, dry it out, amp up the dry hopping, maybe change the yeast strain, maybe get a little bit, there's probably some crystal malt in there, maybe drop some of the crystal malt a little bit. Look, I'm nitpicking at this point, but that's my big issue with this beer, is the malt kind of takes over the hops, and I don't think if you call beer Hopslam, that should be happening. It's just not, it doesn't pop as much as a lot of current double IPAs do. It's not as hoppy as a lot of current IPAs. I think the technology and the brewing methods have changed a lot since this beer is brewed. And I'd like to see it tweaked. I don't think they're ever going to do it. From what I hear, Bell's is pretty stubborn about their brewing techniques. But for me, you know, the go-to from Bell's is Two Hearted. That beer is fantastic. I kind of wish it was like a double version of that. But with that said, what do you guys think in the comment section below? Let me know. Am I way off on this one? I know some of you guys go crazy for this beer. Me, I've kind of moved on. And for me, it's Firestone Walker's Double Jack. That's the one. You know, that's probably the best year-round double IPA in the market, and it blows this out of the water, to be completely honest with you. So, with that said, getting a beef from me, and remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.